So today I'm going to show you guys how much profit I make on these cars and how I make it and what I do to these cars and how fast it usually takes me to do these things. Just like this one right here, I can show you how much I bought these cars for and how much I sell them, how much I put into them. But we're not going to talk about this one today. We're going to talk about the one we're going to go get right now. So let's go ahead and switch to that. So let's go ahead and get on the road and go pick this car up. Alright guys, we finally got back. Tow truck dropped it off, and this is how we're looking right now. I think this is a very, very good buy. I'll tell you how much I bought it for in just a minute, how much I'm putting into it, and how much we're selling this car for. And I'm going to show you all the steps I do to make this car look perfect and change everything. Alright, so finally I'm going to show you step by step on how much money I'm making, what I do, and how much I sell these cars for. I guess I can do the same with the other car over here too. So you should see on the screen, and I should be putting these numbers on the screen on how much I'm going to be making in the parts. So first, these make my margin so much more worth it. So let's tell you how much I bought this car for. I bought this car for exactly $1,200. $1,200 I bought this car for. And I towed it all the way down here for free. I didn't have to pay anything because I have a subscription for my towing, and I get 100 miles every time I call. So next thing that we need to do is buy a transmission. A transmission is going to cost, I'm going to say $1,200. $1,200 for the transmission. And miscellaneous stuff we'll put like paint. Really, paint isn't that expensive. It's all we need is clear coat. So maybe like under $50 for some paint to fix the top roof, and some transmission fluid, which I already have all the transmission fluid I need, but I'll go ahead and put that in here too. So I'll go ahead and add like $150. And then basically that's it. All the other little miscellaneous stuff is fluid change. So we'll need to do an oil change. I'll go ahead and add that to the miscellaneous too. And just wiping all this PPF off, which I feel like will kind of be a challenge, but with a little bit of heat and a goo gun and stuff like that, we should be able to get all that off. And a big thing about these cars that I like to worry about is the tires and brakes. I don't have to replace these tires and brakes because these are brand new, but usually I like to replace everything. Anything that almost goes bad, I replace. I already have speedwell sensors for this, so I'm going to go ahead and replace those. Those are literally $25 on Amazon. So go ahead and replace those. They always go bad on these Ford Escapes and Nissans. We'll go ahead and replace all that. So after all our cost, we will be somewhere around here. Okay, I'm not going to calculate it right now, but we should be making anywhere around $5,000 profit to $6,000. I mean, low, like $4,000. But we should be able to sell these cars for around $7,000, $8,000 down here with 124,000 miles on them. I just had another one that was a titanium that I sold close to $8,000. And I put the same amount in. All I did was buy transmission and a fender. So basically the same amount that I'm putting in this car right here. And I had a Ford Fusion that I'll put up on the screen here that I bought for $1,500. I actually bought it for a deal. I had to buy this car over here. That's why this one's still here. I had to buy that car and the Ford Fusion to get it for a deal. I got it all for under $3,000. I bought the Ford Fusion for $1,500 and this car for $1,500. Or that car over there, the Nissan Sentra. I put $800 into the Ford Fusion and sold it for $8,000. So I made a lot of profit on that car right there. So first I'll explain that usually I like to keep my minimum profit at $1,500 to $2,000. I don't even like to get close to $1,500. That means I don't really have to flip a lot of cars on my dealership. I don't have to flip a lot of cars. I only need to flip maybe 4 or 5 to make close to $30,000 a month. So with that, I like to get cars like this, things with bad transmissions or engine problems. So that'll put me around $5,000 profit off of this car. Just one car. not multiple, just this car. And this car sells fairly quickly. I should be able to sell this in a week or two, maybe even less. These cars fly, especially if you're priced right. The SEs are a little cheaper than the titanium, so these should fly because they're cheaper. And in my other video, you saw the Q60, which is currently not here on the lot. And you guys know how much I bought that for. I bought that for around $5,000. I think I put 2,000 or 1,000, yeah, somewhere around $2,000. I'll put it all up on the screen here. And I will be able to sell that car for anywhere around $17,000. I already actually got a bid from a dealership for $18,000, which is kind of crazy. So I'll take it there, see what they want. It's a bigger dealership, so we'll go and see what they want. So yeah, as I was saying, on the Q60, bought it for 50 or 5, somewhere around 5,000. All the parts and labor and everything, or I did the labor, so it was free. All the parts were around 2,200-ish for the valve body and the fluids and all the parts. So I was all in just around 7,000, and I'm selling it now for around 17 to 18. I already got an offer from a dealership for 18,000, so I may take it there, see what they want for it. I'm probably gonna ask lower, but tax season is right now, so everybody's getting their taxes back, and that's when cars go for a lot more because people have more money right now. So basically, I put all the profits up for this month somewhere right here, and you can see just how much profit that is on just 4 cars. Not even 3 cars, I mean, that's just 3 cars. So I'll go ahead and sell these 3 this month, or there's more, but just these 3 in the video that I'll put on the video, and that'll be just that profit, just from 3 cars. This is just from 3 cars, nothing else. But please comment down below if you want to see these types of videos, or if you want to see rebuild types of videos, like this car right here, rebuilding cars or tuning them, stuff like that. Or if you want to see rebuilds or flips, or more of the dealership experience and stuff like that, because I can show you that. So let me know in the comments on what you guys want to see, and let me know if you want to keep up with this car, and I will record everything on this car if you guys want me to, on getting all this stuff off the hood and re-clearing the roof and changing out the transmission. I actually already have one video of this car, of redoing it. It was transmission and fenders, but I haven't posted that video because it was a while back, so I just kept them in the books. But I can make another video of this car, of redoing everything, showing the process, how long it takes, making everything look nice, polishing it up, and then selling it, and seeing how long it takes to sell. Let's take a look at this car now. On the hood, it looks like the paint's messed up a little bit, but it is not. It is that PPF, or whatever you want to call that stuff right there. The bumper is a little slightly not really paint match, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's really not that big of a deal. It should be able to sell either way. People really don't care about the front bumper unless it's a white car and it's a black bumper, but it's black on black. So wheels, brand new brakes in them. Not sure if you can see up in there, but yeah, there you go. Brand new brakes on the front, brand new brakes on the rear, brand new tires. You always want to check the tires when you get these cars. People love brand new tires on these cars. Another problem that we're gonna have to fix is these mirrors. It's all just this PPF that has been cracked on the door handles too. So we're gonna have to take all that off, just like right here. So strip all this PPF off and clean it really nice. And then our next problem is the roof. The roof is not really a big deal to me because it's just clear coat. So let's go ahead and open this up. The roof, this is not a big deal to me. This is just clear coat, so what we'll do is sand this all down and clear coat the whole entire roof, and it'll look brand new. You won't even notice that it happened. Now let's move on to the interior. Interior is very nice, looks really good. No problems, no rips, just needs a really good clean. And this car only has 123,000 miles, almost 124. All these check engine lights are not there. It actually has no check engine light, which is crazy. But let's go ahead and look at everything else. The rear looks really nice, untouched. This is a Ford Escape 2017 SE. So this is the front wheel drive. It's a better version than the base. Has the auto lift gate. Back looks really good, and back also has everything. Also, when you buy these cars, a lot of these people love it when it comes with a spare tire. When it doesn't, they'll still buy it, but it's just a little annoying for them. But back looks amazing. This car starts, it runs, and it drives. And I'll tell you the problem in a minute. So let's go ahead and look under the hood. Also has new headlights, so these headlights look really good. We're missing a trim piece right here, so we're gonna have to get a trim piece for that, and that'll finish the front. Looks really good. This is the 1.5. I like to get the 2 liter, so those are the titaniums. This is the SE. The only thing that you want to worry about on the 1.5s is they have coolant intrusion. So you just want to watch your coolant and make sure that it doesn't go down or below that it's usual. But this one's fine. It's usually been like this. And you always check the oil. You want to check the oil. You want to check the coolant. If anything is milky, white, do not get it. It's either head gasket, you're gonna have to take the whole head off, or it's engine intrusion, coolant intrusion. But this looks very good. The engine sounds really good too. You might have to replace some spark plugs though. I'm not getting any engine codes. We're also gonna need to fix the hood alignment a little bit. I think you can see right here, just a little gap right here. It hasn't been wrecked, but see, it's just like not pushing down right, or not wrecked, but maybe a minor accident. Nothing that would actually hurt the car, just bumper wise. Let's go ahead and start this car. It starts right up. Sounds really good. But I'll tell you one thing. After it warms up, it starts to make a noise, and that is from the transmission. Like I said, this car runs and drives, but it does not run and drive once it gets warm. So this car has a bad transmission. And what we're gonna have to do is swap this transmission, and I will put all the labor work in. I will do everything, so labor would cost nothing for me. If you guys don't know how to do that, you could definitely charge somebody. It would be an extra $700, maybe to $1,000. You can start to hear it now, the whine. So when you go to buy these cars, you want to make sure, if you're buying a perfect car that has no problems, you want to make sure you don't hear this noise. I'm not sure if you can hear that whine, but that whine is from the transmission pump. It's kind of strangling itself, I guess you can say. It's sucking air in instead of transmission fluid. The seals and everything in there are just not right. Something could be worn out, and it's going to start to suck air in. And that's bad because after a while, the reason it stops moving after it gets hot is because the fluid inside the transmission thins out. And that happens on oil, that happens on transmission fluid, that happens on basically everything. When it gets hot, it thins out. And when it thins out, it can suck air in more, So that's why that happens. So something in the transmission went wrong. You can either rebuild it or buy a new one. There you go, you can hear it now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and buy a brand new transmission. Not a brand new, a new used transmission with very low miles on it. Swap it out and sell it. We should be able to fix this whole thing. Buy the transmission, should be able to come in a week, fix it, and sell this week after that. So 2.5 weeks, something like that. And these SUVs, these sell so fast because people love SUVs down here near Florida. They love their SUVs, they love their trucks. So if you're trying to get into this type of market, look at trucks and SUVs. I'd say start somewhere in SUVs or anywhere under $5,000. Just like that car right here. This car will sell for under $5,000. People love this car. Even though it sucks, the transmission sucks in these cars, they love it because it's cheap, it's affordable, and the engines last forever. Let's get back to these. So this car basically comes with almost everything, like the titanium. It has reverse lights, sensors, basically everything. I'm gonna guess this thing has Bluetooth too. I haven't checked actually, but it usually does. Oh, and it's tap screen. Yes, it has Bluetooth. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off and close it. All right, let's start this up and move it. At least I don't have to replace the battery. I usually always have to replace the battery, but thank goodness I do not. But like I said, this thing drives when it's cold. Only when it's cold. Gonna move it right up here so we can connect to our plug. But everything works. This car is really mint. The e-brake on, everything works. All right. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is try to get this PPF off. We may be able to heat it up and it may go back to normal, but I doubt it. I mean, look at that. Look at all these scratches. Absolutely not. The front is nice and smooth. That's where the PPF is right here. You can see just a little bit. So the front should peel off pretty easy, and the sides. But I think when we get right here, it's gonna get really hard. We'll leave this PPF. That's nice, not really touched. But we will take the doors off right here. This PPF, hopefully this isn't too hard. Might be because it's between there. Take all this door trim one off. It just looks ugly, you know. So take this off on every single side. I think the back is good and clear. I already went ahead and took 2 stickers off. And then after we take everything off, we're gonna wipe it down, get it smooth, get it nice. And then we'll go ahead and sand down the top. And start to sand that down and re-clear coat it. All right, let me grab my heat gun. All right, we let this soak for about a little around 30 seconds. Now we're gonna come in and see how easy it is to scrape off. Usually it's a lot easier, but I may have to let it sit for a little longer. All right, we finally got all the PPF off, and now we're left with this residue. So now we're gonna use some Goo Gone, see if we can really get all that stuff out of here and see how bad it really is. Hopefully there's not too big of a transition right here, because usually when there's PPF, especially old PPF, this paint will be like untouched under here, and there will be a little level to the paint difference because of how new this one was and how old this one was. So let's go ahead and get some Goo Gone and see if we can get this out. All right, we got most of it off, and now you can finally see what I'm kind of talking about with that little layer change right there, the little paint change. It's not crazy noticeable. I'm gonna get the rest of this gunk off, and then I will polish and see if I can buff this line out, which I should be able to, but yeah, you can see it kind of right there. So I'll see if I can buff that out. If not, I'll probably just put a new PPF on, but it's really not even that noticeable. But we're gonna leave these side PPFs on, and then we gotta take the door PPF off and the door handles. This hopefully is not gonna be too bad of a task. And then we gotta get to the roof. I already started sanding just a little bit, but not all of it. I only sanded a little bit, so we'll go ahead and get that done later. But first, let's go ahead and clean the rest of this roof off, or sorry, hood. All right, so we went ahead and got all that gunk off, most of it, but you can see it is so much more smoother, and you can just tell the difference so much better. We still have a little bit to get over here. I mean, I could leave it like this, but I'm not. You can see the little glue that's still on there, the sticky stuff, and we have a little dent right here. I think we can fix that though, just push it out a little bit. Other than that, this thing looks amazing. I mean, look at this. So much better. Now all I gotta do now is go ahead and get all of this off. The door handles on all 4 in both of the mirrors. But yeah, I just brought the Q60 back over right there. I need to clean that and then let it sit, because I've actually been like driving that a little bit, so I think I racked up about 1,000 miles on that car, but I'm done driving that. just gonna keep it to these cars over here. But also I can, whatever cars you want to see, let me know down in the comments. I'll see what cars I can buy, like Audi, Maserati, or Aston Martin, Mercedes. It doesn't really matter. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see if I can get into that and do some rebuilds about that. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much. And like I said, like and subscribe. Stay tuned, and I can post a lot more content if you guys want to. I can actually post some right now, so just let me know. I also do a lot of trip videos, like Tell the Dragon or Florida trips, because we're going to Beamer Invasion next month, or beginning of next month. So let me know what you guys want to see. I have a lot of videos that I can make, so just let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much, and like and subscribe, and I'll try to keep up with all the posts. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, and let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, because I'm ready to upload a bunch of stuff. I got other cars that have been finished for a while now that I've done a year ago, like the Celica I'll put up here, and some truck stuff, some old truck stuff. But let me know what you guys want to see. I can totally get you guys whatever content you want to see. If you guys want to see dealership content or rebuilds, or if you just want to see the rebuild process or flip process, I want to do what you guys want to see. So let me know down in the comments, and I can record everything and post it. And I also do a lot of trip videos, like Tennessee trips, and I'll try to keep up with all the posts that I can. But let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and I'll get to that.